Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Alpha Traders. Just had the daily close after wonderful day in Bitcoin land that the Alpha Trading Volatility, Probability, and Statistics indicators called. If you watched the stream yesterday, this shit did exactly what the indicators were telling me it was going to do. Figures, I'm not even actively trading, but that's all good. I'm an NFT degen anyway, so what are you going to do? I think it's turning my brain into mush. All right. Yeah. So let's go back to yesterday's stream. I was talking about these certain numbers, right? I was talking about, now look at the chart here. We had this dip, right? We had this dip right here. Right about here is when the stream opened up yesterday. And I was telling everybody, I was like, let's see if these bulls, by the end of the day, we had this little dip right in midstream. I was like, let's see if the bulls can go up and close in this daily range, and more specifically, above the top side of the weekly range. Did it happen? Yes. Yes, it did. Closed up above the 68.3 Laplace distribution range on the daily. Beautiful. What happens when we open up the new daily range? And you guys need to start recognizing on this chart when we get these new 68.3 Laplace distribution ranges. When you open up and it's this close to the downside and we come down and bounce off of it, start ringing your bell, right? Start ringing your bell. And this is what I would have been looking for if I was actively trading. Daily range tested already, right? But I'm like, these bears, they're stoned on honey. They most of the time they got their heads up their asses. I'm waiting for them to try to make a push back down to where the top side of the weekly range. Am I going to sit here and wait for an order right there at 37,230? No, I'm probably going to front run it by at least $100. I would have got my order filled. Look what happened, right? This is how you use this chart. Look, same thing today. Look what's happening right now. Here's the issue though. It's not an issue. Let me rephrase that. Top side of the new daily range, 40,871. Bitcoin's going to come down and test this area at some point. Maybe even get into the meat of it. Look at the center of the new daily range, 40,139. Look at the first standard deviation normal distribution, 40,137. They're sitting right on top of each other. Now, for all the people out there that got wrecked because they were just sitting in shorts, it was like, they FOMO in now. Oh, well, I guess YouTube Jimmy is wrong. I better long this. Do you think those same knuckleheads took their profit here? No. If this comes down, right? By this time, they're over leveraged again. What do you think is going to happen if BTC comes down here and tests this 1SD? And they got their little stop losses underneath these data sets right here. They're going to get wrecked again. It's never ending for these people, man. Right? I can just call this out. This is what happens to people. And then they're like, oh, but wait, we're going to get this continuation going in the weekend. We surely could. I'm not doubting that at all. But don't think this is going to come down and knock these people out that didn't take their profits. For Christ's sake. After watching Bitcoin for all these years, I don't know how long everybody has been, don't you start to notice what's going on here? These algorithms are just eating people alive, taking their money because people don't take their profit. If I was in this trade, am I still in it? Hell no. I got out. I got out in the morning. Hell, I would have woke up and been like, oh, okay, right? Where am I taking profit? Right here. Right here. What is that? That is the weekly R1. If, and I'm going to front run because I know it's going to have a little rejection here at the top side of the monthly range. This is what I'm trying to say too. Look how it reacted up here. Look how it reacted up here. You would think at the top of the monthly range, those bears would have ran that baby back down, at least to the center of the monthly, maybe even the bottom. Look at this price action. Pretty powerful. So what does that do to all the people trading traditional TA? They're going to get, right? They're going to get a little, what's a good word to use? Adrenaline to extend their trade, right? Add on to it. Now, I'm not saying this thing can't, you know what would be really epic? If this thing runs to the top side first and gets them even more over leveraged, because this is what these people do. They just continue to add on. They add on, they add on, they add on, and then rip down here. Either way, price action is going to come down here. It's going to test this new daily range in the weekend, right? Now, we all know it doesn't have to happen right away. But if this continues to the top side here, say we bounce right here off the 68.3, look for this area. For God's sakes, if you're in a long and this thing has continuation, where are you going to take your freaking profit at? Here's the weekly R2 right here at about 42.6. Excuse me, 42.6 area. And you got the first standard deviation, normal distribution, 43K area. Take your profit up there. But as an alpha trader, you're already taking your profits, right? And when you learn how to use this indicator, if you have the VRE, just add the multi-time frame Laplace distribution and add the normal distribution one as well. Just add them onto it. I've got the multi-time frame set for daily and the regulars on a 4 hour, right? Everybody knows these crossed lines are the daily Laplace and normal distribution lines. Normal distribution, blue crosses. Laplace distribution is the white cross lines. And then the skinny blue and white lines are the 4 hour, every 4 hour candle Laplace and normal distribution ranges. This will be really interesting. Where'd CME's close? 40,750. Yeah, made a little run, ran away from the top of the monthly. It closed just above the top of the monthly range. So this will, goodness, at some point I'll have to change that. At some point during this weekend, no matter what this does to the top side, this price action, even if we say we test it daily now and it bounces again and we get a nice little pump, probably before this weekend's up, it's going to come back down and test the top of this monthly range. The bears are going to want to see if the bulls mean business here, right? The bears are going to want to see that. Here's the good thing, though. If the bulls can just hold their shit together and gap those CME traders and close up here, let me get a good look here. Let me get a good look here at the this weekly's price action real quick, friend. Speak. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here's what we want. Here's what we want to do. Here's the monthly range. If BTC can close this weekend up above this weekly R2 here, say BTC closes above 42,750 going into the new week, you're probably going to get a new weekly range above this monthly, and that's what we want. That's what we want. That's how we can try to understand what's going on with these algos, how things are setting up. And that's going to pull those daily ranges up too. And ideally, if you get the weekly above the monthly and the dailies above both of those, that's when you get rocket ships, right? It doesn't always happen. And BTC is faked out in the past. We get all that set up and then boom, BTC dumps 5K. So that's why trading that low time frame volatility is really going to give you an advantage over a lot of traders. Pretty bullish though right now. Pretty bullish though right now. And if we go over here, oh, how did that get there? Do I have that loaded twice? Hold on here. No, put this baby back there. Let's get in line. Look what's going on. I even talked about this in yesterday's stream. I said it's going to, if BTC can push up and test that one SD to the top side, 41,685, 41,685. Tapped it yesterday, right? Well, let's take a quick peek. Right before the end of the day, got up, we just about got to it. What was it, 865? Hold on, give me a second. 685. Got about $100 above it, pulled back. Of course, that's the weekly first standard deviation normal distribution. I'm going to make this little proclamation right now. If this weekend BTC can get back up above the mean of the projection from the 41K low, right now is about 44,175. Yesterday, I talked about the 95.4 Laplace distribution and second standard deviation normal distribution being almost right on top of each other. It's a magnet for price action. If this can fly up here and close this week above it, not only are they going to throw a gap on those CME traders, that is pretty damn bullish. If we can close this weekly candle above the center of that mean, I'm thoroughly looking for the top side of the 68.3 to get tested again. We're back up about almost 56K at this point. So everybody watch for that, right? Watch for that. This is going to be important. Saturday and Sunday, trading days in cryptocurrency, going to be really important. Where'd SPY close? Yep, SPY close NASDAQ. And I'm looking going into next week, right, when traditional markets open up. That dump yesterday being a bear trap. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. What'd the VIX do? Yeah, the VIX dumped down a little bit. That's good. All right, now. Remember I was talking about yesterday? And this was another sign. Look how the bulls were supporting on the 4-hour chart. How the support was at the reverse fissure. That last freaking tap down in the reverse fissure on the 4-hour, boom, we just launched from it. Where is this at? Reverse wave trend turning up too. That looks real nice. But hell, man, that's back down to 38K. Right? We're talking about it's almost 4K below us now. Here is the 1, 2, 3. Is that on today's? That is the 4-hour 1SD at 42,398. Let me throw this on a daily real quick. Woo! There's a nice daily candle right there. What? It's not that 10K daily candle I'm looking for. That's coming. Mark my words. Could be to the downside too, though. Right? This is why we trade low time frame volatility, guys. Bitcoin is a monster. It will break you. Reverse wave trend 42,556 on the daily. I'm looking for that to get tested this weekend. Hell, it might get tested here in about 5 minutes. Who knows? This thing's looking bullish as hell. Look where Bitcoin on this daily found support. 9. This is the 9-length power mean, right? The 9-length power mean. It's turned up. We're by the 33. That 33 is a bear to get by. Everybody that's been doing this for a while knows that. Look where the 99's up at 50.5. Reverse wave trend on the daily, 53.5. So let's see what happens. 53.5. That's a 3SD move and beyond if it happens this weekend, which I highly doubt. I'm looking in going into next week. And I was talking about that 33K low possibly being the bottom because we got a nice bounce off the first standard deviation normal distribution on the weekly candle last week. Isn't it great, though, being an alpha trader? We're not dicking around with exponential, simple moving averages, things of that nature, Fibonacci sequence crap, MACD, RSI, stochastics. We're looking at the distribution levels. They hit with frequency too, man. Bam, 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 bam. It's powerful as hell. This is what retail traders don't understand. I'll go another Discord and post charts like this. People lose their shit, right? They absolutely lose their shit. Start clown emojing, putting clown emojis on my charts and shit. It's a riot, man. The smart people, though, I'll immediately start getting DMs. People want to know. I don't know what the fuck it is, but can you explain it to me? Because I'm seeing something here. You know, that's how it always happens. The smart people recognize, right? It's all the people that are programmed with that traditional TA, and they're not going to break away from it. They're firmly in the cult, no willpower of their own. It's the people that are alphas, right? They will see something and they will just go, okay, I don't fully understand it, but I like what this guy's saying. The chart's awesome. Let me find out what's happening with this stuff. And once you dive into this, you will never go back. You will never go back. It's just the way it is. You got to give yourself a chance, though. If you come into alpha trading, you start using these indicators, get rid of the traditional TA. Do yourself a favor, just shit can it, man. Throw it in the garbage, never look at it again. Erase all the indicators off your trading view. Don't look back, because the first thing that's going to happen when something in price action happens, because you don't fully understand the indicators yet, you're going to revert right back to the old stuff that got you into the position you're in the first place. We want to be on the right side of trades, and the right side of trades are being with the algorithms. That's all we're doing here. We're not claiming to be some superheroes. These volatility, probability, and statistic indicators get us on the right side of the algo trades. When we recognize it, we have a little patience, we're just jumping on their tail and riding the wave. It's all we're doing, right? It's pretty damn simple. And we're taking our profit at those distribution levels, or at those, especially at those weekly and monthly price action volatility ranges, because there's going to be a lot of resistance or support there, whichever way BTC happens to be moving. And guys, if you ever DM me and I don't get right back to you, know my life's hectic right now. I know I've got like 3 DMs right now I have to return. I'll get to you guys. If you're watching this video, or if you're in the live stream now, I will get back to you. Trust me, sometimes it just takes a little while. If you opened up my mind right now, you would see all kinds of magical internet JPEGs running around, clogging all my synapses. MJ, you're such a bad influence. Oh my God, what am I going to do with you? Guy makes me ape into all kinds of projects. All right, let's see. Since I'm over on this chart, let's look at the 4-hour. Wow, you guys, and this is what's fantastic right here. Look let me turn off the 45-minute. Where are you? You're right there. Oh, turned off the wrong one. What do you know? Come on, Bilbo, get your shit together, buddy. Yes, 4-hour. I do not want the second time frame. Did I just hold on? Let me reload the chart. I'm rugging myself. I saw Bilbo live on stream. He rugged himself. It was a riot. There we go. Now let's turn off the 45-minute. Boop. This is what you got to love about the returns, right? Look at the price action right here. These 3 4-hour candles. The freaking returns oscillator is going down the whole time, right? This is what I call it. Okay, is what I call this when we're talking about the difference between price action and log returns. This is what's happening right now. This is a bullish reset on the 4-hour like crazy. The fact that this price has not followed this returns oscillator yet, pretty damn powerful. It's probably gonna, but not significantly in my opinion. We are up here almost at the 99% confidence interval on this log return Z-score. So that's a little bit of concern. We usually get a nice pullback there. We usually get a nice pullback here. But look, we got up above it here. The log return Z-score is coming down the whole time. Didn't affect price action very much now, did it? Didn't at all. So what is setting up right here? When this returns oscillator is dropping like this, if this goes down to the bottom and say BTC comes down, tests this, that's the 144 length, 40.2, even if it comes down to the 33 at 39K, do you know what kind of hidden bull div is going to be building? It's going to be pretty damn strong for a kick back up to the upside, right? Hidden divergences are continuation divergences. Regular divergence is trend changing. So, yeah, Let's get this going. Hoorah. Hoorah. Entropy on the 4-hour, right? During the biggest part of the move, dropped in the trend. We talked about this yesterday, how while the 4-hour was walking up, the Shannon entropy percentile was contracting, negatively correlated. When you either have the Shannon entropy or the volatility percentile contracting, negatively correlated, that usually ebb and flows into expansion and positive correlation and a pump. We talk about this all the time. And there's clowns out there in clown world. They just don't get it. They laugh. And most of these people don't even trade. We're blowing up their scene. That's the biggest problem, right? They're either selling something or they just are out of control with the ego. All you got to do is sit down and study these charts and it'll start to click and you'll be like, holy shit. I don't claim to be some great trader. Is what I claim to be is I'm great at reading volatility, probability, and statistics indicators. They don't lie to me, and I trust them, right? People in traditional TA, there's no trust there. They get wrecked all the time. It'll say one thing, price action will do the other, because they don't understand about returns. The algos understand about the returns, especially the divergence, right? Telling you, the return on your investment is diminishing. Take your damn profit. Then when you see that divergence setting up, you're looking for a significant distribution level, whether you're long or short, to take profit at. People in the retail traders specifically in traditional technical analysis, they want to just stay in trades. They're looking for that, oh, we're going to pump to the moon. I'm going to make a fortune and I'm going to get like 50x leveraged. I'm going to retire. I'm never going to have to work again. And then, fuck, they're eating cans of Spam. It's crazy, man. It's just like NFT world with these clowns. People do not know how to build wealth, right? The people that do these types of things don't understand how to build wealth. It's different too. In the NFT world, you find good projects, you sit in them because you know they're going to explode at some point and be worth a lot of money. In trading, any markets, low time frame volatility trades. You don't sit in trades for a long period of time. You take your freaking profit. And before you know it, you are just, it's all about your P&L. It's all about stacking up the wins. It gives you confidence. It gives you confidence you're reading the indicators correctly. It just builds this trust between you and the machine, right? Because the indicators are going to tell you what's going on. You just have to trust them, and you need to understand, especially on the 4-hour. When I see something like this with the returns oscillator, that's the reason I use a 7 length, not smooth. I want to see every little thing that's happening with the returns, especially the divergence. And I talked about it yesterday. When this thing was rising up, these are all higher highs here. There's no bear div. And now this is like a bullish reset on this returns oscillator. Pretty powerful. I do think, though, we are going to test this lower level here. Like I said, we're definitely going to come down into this new daily range, all right? Here's what's great for Bitcoin. Man, this is a highly volatile area, this monthly range. The weekly R1 or R2 is right here. No, weekly R1 is right there. Top side of the monthly. This is good that Bitcoin's above here. It's going to take one hell of a hard push from the bears to get below 39 150 area, right? And that's literally a 2SD move, right? You're at that point, you're having a fat tail event. You're going to see it on low time frames. You're going to scalp that low time frame volatility to the downside. Let me pull up a chart real quick. Let me see here. Dun, dun, dun. Hello. Things are changing around. Now look at this. This is ever since these last days, right? When Bitcoin has been moving up. Hell, this is like last, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about the last 8 days. Look at the difference. Look at the buy pressure. Look at the sell pressure waning, right? This is looking real good. Look at the velocity and acceleration on this move we've had yesterday and yesterday specifically on those 6 candles. Pretty damn powerful. And while sell pressure was just decreasing on the 4-hour like crazy, the buy pressure went berserk. Buy pressure went berserk. Let's see what's happening on the daily. I like it. I like it. Right? Here's about 2 weeks ago. Right? It was all sell pressure. Look at all this sell pressure, steady. Look at the buy pressure, choppy as hell, low. Bitcoin was failing miserably, right? Going down to that 33K level, having a rough time. Now the buy pressure is exploding while the sell pressure is decreasing. Look at yesterday. Look at yesterday's velocity and acceleration on the buy pressure. Go back. The last time was right here. When was that? July 20. What is that? July 21st? Or no, July 25th, 2021. Let me see something here real quick. What chart should I go to? There we go. What am I doing? Wow, man, that's way back too, since we had something like that. Let me expand this. Boop. That daily candle right there. So last time we saw velocity and acceleration of that nature. Guys, look what happened after it. Look what happened after it. That was that 29K low, right? 29.5. That was actually the 29K, and it kind of went sideways, had one more dip. And then what did we end up doing? We shot back up to 42.2. Literally 13K move. What if we do that from here? It's this baby. Actually, let's make that a little simpler here with my measuring tool. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying this is the last time we saw velocity and acceleration of that nature. $53.4. Yeah. Let's go to the monthly distribution chart now. Marvel at the workflow. I do sometimes. My brain's just wired differently. Yeah, it's kind of in no man's land. Right in between on this monthly, it's like in between this first and second standard deviation normal distribution. 53.4. Yeah, it's a little bit under this monthly S2 or R2. Yep. Right about here. If we do the same thing. But by that time, we're probably going to have a new weekly candle. And so when we come into this new week, I want to see where some weekly resistance levels for the new weekly price action volatility range are. If this continues, right? The way it's looking right now. Okay. Oh, yeah. 3-day? Got that new 3-day yesterday. Well, I'll tell you what, this will be really nice. Let me see. We need to bust up above on this 3-day candle that closes in a couple days. Tomorrow? 5th? Yeah. Be safe. Go up here and test to 33, up about 45. We want to get up above this data set. Why? Well, we want to get rid of the hidden bear. We want to get rid of the hidden bear divergence. That's what we're looking to do. And man, look at the log return Z-score. This thing is still down here. Remember, I think even on Wednesday stream. Oh, and by the way, I thought today was Thursday. They're laughing at me in our private chat. I'm fucking clueless, man. I'm clueless. That's what happens when you're a total degen. You don't even know what day it is. But the fact that this log return Z-score on the 3-day is down this low. We just got the new 5-day. Beautiful. So that being said, there is some hidden bear. There is some hidden bear, but once again, right, this log return Z-score is still down here on the downside. Need volatility to come in. We need volatility to come in. We need the Shannon entropy percentile on the 5-day to stay positively correlated. If the volatility comes in positively correlated, if the Z-score continues to rise positively correlated, you're going to see one hell of a pump. This 5-day candle, though, we got to get some expansion. This is contracting positively correlated, so that's going to hold back a little bit. Let's see what the bulls can do. The fissures on the 5-day, right? I talked about this. One of them was bouncing off the second standard deviation. The other one was bouncing off the third. There was some no, there wasn't. No bull div. No bull div. The bull div was on the returns oscillator on the 5-day. But this is, let me see here. Bam. Oh, what am I doing here? Let me put this on. There we go. Just for some reference, we're here right now. This does not have to come down. This returns oscillator can fly, right? And for a 5-day, you send a rocket ship up here, man. We're looking at 50K probably easily. All right, let's see here. 5-day variance coming down negatively correlated. That's always good. That means price is going to continue to the top side. And right now we are above the 5-day Gaussian mean. That was at 40K. That was a huge ramp up. We just got this new 5-day. So first standard deviation, 53K on the 5-day, 53K. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let me go to stream chat real quick. Sure I'm not missing all kinds of stuff. Yes. Hello. Hello. Yay, Takumi. Miss you, bro. MJ. MJ and his gifts literally had us in our private chat rolling in our little private NFT chat. I had some mafioso style shit going on, and he was making fun of me. All right, let's see here. And on the 5-day, I like seeing the entropy losing, the correlation is decreasing to the downside going into randomness. I mean, this thing is set up to actually freaking have a pump show, man. I can't wait till we get a new weekly. I want to see where the new weekly price action volatility range is. I want to get it up above that monthly. I want to see where those resistance levels are. I definitely want to see where the current candle weekly new distribution numbers are going to be at, because that's going to be pretty important. Pretty important indeed. Didn't look at the 7-day yesterday. Yeah, still cooking its way up. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about this forever. All this bull div on the high time frame, just building, right? And boom, exploded the last couple 7-day candles. We popped out from down there at 33K. This would be really, I mean, look at the weekly. These variance log moving averages on the weekly. That's why I'm talking to some guy in another Discord. And he's like, no, we're in a bear market. I'm like, you've been watching too much damn YouTube Jimmy, man. We're macro bullish. And if you want to really get into how macro bullish we are, It's not even an argument. Bitcoin is a bull. Bitcoin is a bull. Sometimes that bull wants to take some profit. Sometimes that bull wants to take some profit. This isn't shit. Look at this price action. What does that look? Does that look bearish to you? Doesn't to me. Looks pretty damn powerful. What was I on? 7-day. I want to pop on the weekly. So none of these variance log moving averages have even crossed down. Look what happened the last time they almost started to. Bitcoin found that low down here. Where was that? That was the scamdemic dump, right? That everybody's like, oh, black swan event, we're all fucked. The Bitcoin's going to zero. And then what do we do? What do we do? And what did traditional markets do? They wrecked a shit ton of people. And Bitcoin to the top end, or let's just go to the first 65K high. It only did a 1,571% move to the top side. This is what Bitcoin does, man. This is what Bitcoin does. And what would just happen here? Right? If we're going by the set, this is a higher low. I'm not even counting this. This was on the way up to the new all-time high at 70K. I'm looking at this data set. I mean, this thing's looking good. And this 54 length variance log MA, we're back up above it. The 33 is up at 46. We get up above the 9 there at 49K. This thing's going to freaking run like a rabbit. Run like a rabbit. Yeah, that's the thing of Bitcoin, man. It's only been around since, end of 2009 or whatever. Not enough history. Not enough history. That's the 9 length. I mean, look at the monthly. Just look at the monthly. High or low, set, we're having a great monthly candle. Let's see if this month, by the end of this month, am I still on monthly? I am. Remember, I talked about this yesterday, but at the same time, look at the distribution levels down here to the downside. They are a little tighter than the top side, and that's the 2SD normal distribution and the 95.4 Laplace distribution. But if we can make that run up there, right, we're talking back up above 62K, this thing could pop. This thing could pop like crazy. And then at the end of the month, we're going to get some new distribution levels. So what do we do until then? I'll show you what we do. I'm already on the monthly. Let's have some fun. I've done this before. Let me get my measuring tool. I'm pretty sure it's like 75 candles. 78. God, time flies when you're having fun. Where's my keyboard at? And normal distribution, please, sir. Thank you. Sir, S-E-R. There we go. All right. Talked about this before. What's going on in this macro projection on the monthly from September 2015 when BTC pumped 9,277%, right? Here's for some March, April, May. Boom. Yep, it was May. Believe me, I got this date. I know this date very well. That's when I bought Bitcoin. 4,815% gain there. Did I take profit? No, I didn't. I just sat in it. Where'd I take profit? Up here. Right? And if you guys didn't know, I'm almost fully out of Bitcoin. I put it all in real estate. Yeah, let's go. LFG Capitals. Look how this ran up to the second standard deviation. Look what happened on that monthly candle, right? December 2017. Who was in crypto then? Who remembers this shit? Who remembers the euphoria going on in the markets? Who rode Cardano, Verge, and Tron to the top up here and dumped their bags on all the retailers? Do you know how many people held on to all those shit coins and lost all their profit? If y'all remember, everybody crying about it. People just don't take their profit. And look what happened, right? And so what did they do? They sold. This is what these people do. You know how many people bought the top? People buy tops and sell bottoms. If you had the distribution, you would know not to buy up here. There was a 95.4% chance BTC was not going to exceed that second standard deviation level. Right? And here, this is the top side of the first standard deviation. So, and it bounced there twice. 3,100 low, the COVID dump. Boop, all-time highs. Now, look at the top side of the second standard deviation, $315,000 Bitcoin. If this thing, because it still hasn't done it. To be honest, I thought we were going to run right here. But they, capital THEY, had other plans. And they ran a scam on everybody, in my opinion. But then, boom, I thought it was going to run to it here. And these were those numbers I was calling out. I was using this distribution, right? Still hasn't retested this 2SD. I'll tell you what, in the next 6 months to a year, if Bitcoin makes this run back up here and test this, which in the next 6 months to a year, let's just say it's over 400K, guys, you're going to probably pull back. And you talk about volatility. What are people going to do if Bitcoin pulls back 400K to 150 or 100? People are going to be shitting themselves. Yeah, I mean, if people back here were using the distribution, they wouldn't buy tops and sell bottoms. You would know what to do. That's what's crazy. All right. I'm not even going to go into traditional markets. Monday we'll go over those bad boys. And I'm going to get up early Monday morning. I want to see what pre-market's doing on SPY. Let's see here. And obviously, I'll be looking at the NASDAQ E-mini futures when CME opens back up 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's that freak show hanging up out in Chicago, right? Let's see. Ding, ding, ding. What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, we don't need to look at the buy and sell pressure. It's turning on. Let me see the weekly real quick, though, before we do get off there. Yeah, we're starting to build. I mean, the buy pressure over the last 3 weeks is starting to wane, right? And look at this freaking weekly candle, right, that we're building right now. I mean, that's a start, right? That's a start for sure. You can see, woo, boy, that sell pressure just dumped out when we dumped. The buy pressure just kicked up. So yeah, we'll want to see that change up. We'll get back into that next week. Not specifically, but is what I do, Takumi, is I will put both distributions on when I'm doing a macro projection like that, because I want to see which of the distributions is being respected. And here's what I've kind of found out, and you pretty much answered my question right there. It almost seems like when you do like monthly projections like that, and especially the projections, they seem to the data set seems to respect it more. And where I see the Laplace distribution on shorter projections or lower time frame projections works very well, a lot better than normal distribution. But you'll see, it's almost like, man, they work great together. That's why when you go over to my chart, I've got the current candle, I've got both of them, and I will switch back and forth. You see, if we start this projection right here and put it on Laplace, and here's why too. I'm going to explain this to you, and this is going to make some sense. Back in 2015, Dude, these algos weren't using Laplace distribution. Yash is cheering right now. They didn't even know about it. You guys need to realize when it comes to Laplace distribution, when it comes to entropy, they literally just jumped on the bandwagon. And we're talking in this past year. These big firms started recognizing this because you want to know when a market's data set or an asset's data set is trending, right? Entropy. It's the best way, in our opinion, to figure out if something is random or trending. Because the markets 80 to 90% of the time are in randomness, right? They're not trending. So when you figure out when something's trending and you figure out on these lower time frames which direction to expose yourself with your capital, wealth can be made, man. Wealth can be made in cryptocurrency. All right. And there's people to this day that still think I'm crazy. They don't understand crypto. They think I'm crazy for trading it. They don't believe I've made money. So how do you think their response is when I try to explain NFTs to them? Newsflash, I don't. Maybe a couple people, and yeah, they think I'm even more crazier. Like, so let me see, you're buying pictures. You don't understand. That's the thing. They've been using normal distribution, in our opinion, since the beginning of algorithmic trading. Options traders have been using the distribution, have been using volatility, right? That's how options traders are all about volatility. That's why retail traders, they're most 99% of retail traders are clueless about volatility. Absolutely clueless. You show them, let me go back to the 4-hour. You show them an indicator like this, or like this, the historical volatility z-score, or our alpha volatility radar that's showing you volatility percentile. They're not going to get it, right? It's easier to look at an RSI for them anyway, not me. Entropy, they even get more lost. It's just people don't understand this stuff, which is fine. We're here to help them. But if they don't want help, there's not one of us that started alpha trading that could give a flying shit. Just gives more people to be on the other side of our trades, man. But we are literally sitting here. We could have just, right? We could have just freaking hogged this, created our own little hedge fund, and traded our ass to the moon. But we don't want to do that. We're trying to help people get out of that traditional technical analysis. People have lost way too much money to these algos. It's time to be on the right side of the trade. And that's why we do what we do. But at the same time, we don't care. If you're listening to this on YouTube, know that. How many other YouTube Jimmies out there do you hear say this shit? We don't care if you come to our Discord. But if you come, it's going to change your life forever. Trust us. It will change your life forever. Need some water. I'm ranting again. And did any of us do this professionally before this? No, absolutely not. I'm a freaking veteran who owned restaurants his whole life. You know, the other founders, we got IT guys, we got advertising guys, we got guys that are like sales executives for concrete companies and right? And distribution for huge corporations like global, in charge of global distribution. None of us did this for a living, but we all came together and understood how powerful this stuff was, and then we created alpha trading. That's what, I mean, I get people all the time. They want to know where I worked. And I just laugh. I was like, well, in the late 80s, I was in the military, humming around in a tank. I didn't do this for a living. I do it for a living now because I understand it. Right? I understand it. So yeah, good times, guys. Good times. That's what I try to tell people. We are not special by any means, but we understand volatility, probability, and statistics. And our coders, and specifically our main math guy, who's a where you at, Van, is a fucking genius in my opinion. Blows my mind with some of the stuff he's done. He came up with all this entropy stuff, man. Right? Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. And him and Donnie code all this. And I'm not like slacking on Donnie. He's amazing. They've created so many indicators. But when it comes to the math, where I kind of lack, that's why everybody, they want to know the math. They want to know what's behind indicators. I'm like, why don't you just learn how to use them? Right? Let the engineers build the stealth fighter. Go learn how to fly the damn thing. After you learn how to fly it, then if you want to jump in and figure out how that jet was engineered, knock yourself out, man. I don't care. Like my old volatility mentor, he's a total jackass. He used to send me pages of fucking calculus equations, and I'd be, why are you sending me this shit, man? Trying to fry my brain? I don't need that. I don't want to know it. I don't need to know it. So yeah, that's where we're at with alpha trading, man. We're just trying to help people. That's all we're doing. Trying to help people. Let me see what's happening here in the VRE. Yeah. So we're hovering right in the 68.3 daily Laplace distribution range. Let me do something real quick. Did I update this with the new one? I don't believe I did. And guys, I told you I would get the new one published, and I will this weekend. We did an upgrade to the deviation bands. You can choose between normal and Laplace distribution. I was just going to pop it on Laplace real quick, but yeah. Let's see what's on the 4-hour. And this is what's so powerful. Look, so on this 4-hour candle, we open it up, boop, goes down, tests the 1 SD, pops, goes above the 3rd SD, closes the candle right at it. Then what happened? We open it up next 4-hour. Look at the wick, right to the 3rd standard deviation on these normal distribution bands. Come back. It drops below the 1st standard deviation, closes right at it. All right? And then pumps. Now, this is where we're at. But this is what's great about these bands. Guys, we're inside the 1st standard deviation again. That's how this can play out, man. This thing could just continue and continue and continue. And the way this downside's spraying out like this is going to be we're going to see this. Hopefully, price action to the top side, right? This was all, woo! And look how these things flared out. In my opinion, we're about to see this on the 4-hour. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I mean, guys, look. Where are we right now on the daily? Look at the wick when we just opened this new day. Look where it rejected from. Look where the wick yesterday rejected from. 1st standard deviation band. Pretty powerful, huh? And I'm telling you right, there's only 2 groups of people in the entire trading view land that has coded these indicators right, and we're one of them. So yeah, look, here's the daily. But here, I'll go back to the 4-hour, what I was talking about before. These bands populate. And this is good right now on the variance on the 4-hour, right? We had this outlier on the 4-hour, boom, 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 boom. Now it's coming down negatively correlated. That's what you want to see to keep this price action up. So here's when this 4-hour, right? This 4-hour candle pulled back to almost the 1 SD band, then pumped right above the 3 SD, the top side, but closed right at it. Opened back up, was supported by the 2nd standard deviation band, ran right back to the 3rd, tried to drop back down inside the 1st standard deviation band, pulled back up right inside of it, ran up, boom, here we are right now. We're inside the 1st standard deviation band again. And then on the daily, look at that. Yesterday's candle went right to the 1 SD band, pulled back, we open up today, boom, got rejected by it again. Got rejected by it again. So on the daily, where's this 9 at? 39.7. 39, actually. Yeah, 39.7. right around. This is where the 9-length variance log MA on the volatility range, or Jesus, on the variance log moving average on the daily. The 9-length is right around the 95.4 Laplace distribution range on the daily. So if it does on the daily come back down, it might test the center of this monthly range, which is right below that first standard deviation and center of the daily range. So keep an eye on this area. If price action does come down, we could get a big healthy bounce out of there. Yes, welcome back. I don't know what's going on today. Crazy, but hell, pretty much took up all the time anyway. But yeah, I hope this was a good stream for everybody. I ranted a little bit, but there's a reason to rant, right? There's a reason to rant. God, man, it's just insanity. It's literal insanity what's going on out in trading history. I'm reading and talking at the same time. In the trading world, it's insane. Retail traders have been taken advantage of for a long time. Do you know how many fortunes have been built on the back of retail traders? Yes. Yeah, Takumi, for sure. It's over now, but I'm sure when I get back to Indiana, I'll look into it again. Yeah, man, there's a lot of veterans out there that struggle. There's no doubt about it, man. I mean, we go through a lot of pretty awful shit, and some people can deal with it. Some people can't deal with it, and they fall into the whole drugs and alcohol, and it gets the best of some people, right? So yeah, there's got to be somebody to help these guys. But yeah, let me see here. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I think I told everybody where these levels are, and you can just see, right? I mean, there's a lot of volatility right here. So if this price action does come down, which it's going to come test this daily range. I mean, it's looking like it's going to do it right now. Before I leave, let's do this. Let me go to a 90-minute. See if there's some. Yep. Yeah, it's going to come down. I mean, you can see the bear div. There's definitely bear div, log return z-score, returns oscillator, Fisher, DLP. So where are these moving averages at? A little low, 38K. That's where I'm going to move back up to the 4-hour. 30, or the, what is that? That is the 99 length. Right at 39. 39.7's up there. Yeah, maybe the daily's strong. That 9 length is at 39.7. And that 39.7 area lines up perfectly. It's just below the center of the new monthly range, or center of the monthly range, right in between the 95.4 daily Laplace distribution range to the downside and the center of the monthly range. So this thing has a little dump out. This will be an area to look at to get to get the bull's attention to pump it back up. So we'll have to see what happens. And if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, first things on your mind, you're like, this guy's lost his mind. And be like, yep, 100% I have. But we are alpha trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics. And we'd love to teach people to do the same. The link to our Discord is in the description of all of our videos. Come check us out. Check out the shop channel. There's 2 different levels to our Discord, okay, that gets you access to some parts of the alpha trading system. One level gets you just a tiny little part to give you a little taste, and it's very inexpensive. The other part, you get the full alpha trading system, and you're making an investment in yourself, not us. We're not in this to make money, but we put a lot of hard work into this, right? What am I doing? No, I don't want to look up Kellogg Company. Oh my God, Tony the Tiger. So yeah, I want to thank all you guys that watched live in the Discord. We love you guys. We appreciate all your support. And if something really crazy happens this weekend, like Bitcoin makes a run like, I don't know, 60K or something crazy, I'll get on here and do a stream. If not, we will see you next week. Monday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be excited to talk about the new weekly range and to see, I'll get up early and see what's happening pre-market on SPY. And all that being said, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. See you guys later.